Yo guys, what's motherfucking happening? We're on that bike erg this morning, blasting 20 kilometers up and after. I've been up since 3 AM this morning taking client calls, catching up with the boys, and one big fucking take home, right, that I had to get off my chest and share is that where you're at in your life, right? I've been talking a lot about this, but your ability to go far above beyond what you previously deemed to be an acceptable level of success will be cumulative and correlated with the quality of your thinking. So put this into perspective, right? The goals that you set 3 years ago are probably now the life that you're living now, right? So if you want to go 10x past that perceived barrier, you need to realize you can't get to the next level with the same current level of thinking that got you to the initial goal in the first place. You almost have to recreate a standard and identity, a place and space within your own being and mind where that threshold of pain is cumulative and you are now taking yourself far out of your comfort zone to deliver a new level of thinking, growth, and deliver the result. So let's say your goal was to drop the fat, 20 pounds of fat you had to lose, and you lost it and you maintained it for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, great. But you've started to get bored. Your level of growth has been capped because your level of personal development is stopped. You've stopped personally developing yourself down to the raw fact that you've ran out of goals, ran out of mission, ran out of steam, ran out of dreams. So you think, right, with the current level of thinking I have, does the next level of me, is it almost warranted? Can I get there with the current level of thinking I've got? No. The answer is just slap down the line, no. I'm going to try to rest this phone here. So you've got to put yourself in a position where the new level of discomfort in which you're exposing yourself to is correlated with a higher standard, a higher level of thinking, being, believing, and achieving. When I was speaking to this client this morning, he'd achieved everything he said he wanted to achieve over the last 3-4 years, and he'd hit this new glass ceiling. And I call it the condom effect. Imagine you've got a condom and you put your hand inside it and you try to poke your finger through the other side. It will stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch, but it's only going to break through with a new level of force, which is a weird analogy, but it's a Lewis McFarlane analogy. And then when you've broken through, you're exposed to a new savanna, a new area, a new landscape. And if you do not see a next level future vision and mission within that new landscape, you're going to retreat to your old comfortable habits. I've done this for years. I would develop and grow to a point, be too scared of what's on the other side, retreat back to my old ways. Smoking weed, taking drugs, drinking alcohol, and avoiding the work in which I knew I needed to do. But now I have the alchemy of self, which is a level 10 version of me, which I know I want to be, look like, feel like, think like, show up like, and become, right? And I think in that man's mindset rather than my current, which gets me out of my comfort zone, getting up mornings 3 o'clock in the morning, cycling 20k on the bike, client calls. I'm always ready, I'm always in state, because I know the man that I want to be would be ready for that level of thinking. So it always boils down to the quality of your thoughts, questions, and what you ask upon yourself, for yourself, to go to the next level of yourself. So best believe it, boys, if you're in a position right now that you're not entirely happy with, then it's going to come down to the quality of the questions you ask yourself if you want to change that for good. And with this particular client, he was caught in his own state of belief, limiting beliefs that would be, and he was doing things that weren't serving him anymore, things that he'd always done from a previous young age. So he had to let go of those things, because success in life, boys, it loves speed, but most importantly it loves subtraction. And you can't go fast if you've got the brakes on. So if you want to go to the next level, you need to subtract all the things that are holding you back in life, free up more space and bandwidth, personally, professionally, physically, psychologically, for you to now have the space and capacity to think on a level that is now a higher level of you. And until we've actually done that and seen through the other side of what you now think was your previous set point, and you're now living in congruence with a man that you don't even know yet, but you've created him, then you'll start becoming him. Because I've done everything I said I wanted to do over the last 2 years. And over the next 8 weeks while I was in Bali, I'm recreating the next version of me. I'm trying to be around the right people, be in the right environments, challenge myself physically, mentally, emotionally, withdrawal from anything that I would have access to in the Western world, and expose myself to a new opportunity, a new identity, as some may say. Because the old me would never be able to do what I currently do now. And the old level of my clients wouldn't be able to do with the new level that they do now. And that's what we focus on inside the Peak Performance Project, is about creating an ambient state of flow, a sense of presence, a platform, you could call it, for men to grow and develop into who they are now meant to be, rather than settling on who they once were and capping their own growth in business, mindset, physique, lifestyle, just because they're unsure on how to go to that next level. It's the same level of thinking that got you here will not get you there. You end up becoming your own biggest limiting factor if you stay and do what you've always done, because you're only going to get what you've always got. So you got to free yourself from societal norms, ways of thinking, ways of eating, ways of training, and step into a reality that you didn't even know existed, for you to take life by the balls, become the man that you've always wanted to be. And as I sit here spinning the legs, 25 minutes in, sweating at my hoop, I've got an ice bath waiting for me, sauna, I'm just thinking, motherfucker, I'm living that dream life. And now that I'm living this dream life that I've always wanted, I've got to make that next level, next level, next level. Otherwise I'll get comfy. And when you get comfy, you get bored. When you get bored, you get fat. When you get fat, you get bloated. You can't think right, and you become a loser. Simple as. So short and sweet from me today, boys. Much love. Tuesday, April Fool's Day. We getting after it. We hungry. That'll be in my bottle. See you in the next one. Much love.